Go to the next question. The force exerted by the oil on the base of the tank. So they are asking you to find the force. Now students, do you know the formula related to force? So we have force equals to mass times acceleration. So if you want to use this formula, we must use mass and acceleration. And also we know that pressure equals to force over area. Correct? Therefore, we can change the subject of the formula. That is, cross multiply this. That is, force equals to pressure times area. Pressure times area. Okay, so you can use any one of this formula. So what is the problem here? If you are using this formula, then first step is you must calculate mass. But in this question, mass is not given. Therefore, first step you have to find out mass So, if we are using that method, then find out mass using this formula, volume times density. Volume means area times height times density. So, area which is given 2.4 times 1.5, height is 1.5 times density is 850. So, finally we will get mass equals to 4590 kilogram. So we get mass is equal to 4590 kilogram. Then use the formula to find force. That is, force is equal to mass times acceleration. What is mass? That is 4590 times. Here acceleration is nothing but our g value. That is acceleration due to gravity, which is 10 meter per second square. So when you multiply, you get 45,900 Newton. The SI unit for force is Newton. Let us go to the second method, that is pressure equals to force over area. That is, force is equal to pressure times area. We have already calculated pressure in the previous problem, which is 12,750 Pascal. Substitute that here, times area. Area is length times breadth. Substitute 2.4 times 1.5. Use your calculator. You will get 45,900 Newton. Now check, compare your answer. See, here also we are getting 45,900 Newton in the other method. But this method is lengthier than this method. So, go to the easiest method. Go to the next question. The force calculated in A2 is the weight of the oil. Calculate the mass of the oil in the tank. So they are asking you what is mass of the oil. Now students, do you know what is the formula for weight? So weight equals to, what is the formula for weight? That is mass times acceleration due to gravity. Correct? But here the question is, you have to calculate the mass. Do you know the weight? Yes, they are saying that weight is same as the force. So from the previous calculation, we have force is equal to 45,900 Newton. That is equal to mass, we don't know, Acceleration due to gravity G is equal to 10. Therefore, keep mass on one side, that is mass equals to, take 10 to the other side. Multiplication, when you take to the other side, it becomes division, that is 45,900 divided by 10. 0, 0 cancel. So, what is the answer? 4,590 mass. SI unit is kilogram. Next question. When he is checking the level of oil in the tank, a man drops a brass key into the oil and it sinks to the bottom of the oil. State what this shows about the density of brass. Now students, you know that more denser objects will sink, whereas less denser objects will float. Now read the question again. They are saying that the brass key which is going to sink. So sink means the density of the key is more than the density of the oil. Write that answer here. That is, density of brass key is more than the density of the oil. That is why the key is going to sink in the oil. Go to the next question. Explain how attaching the key to a piece of wood could prevent the key from sinking. What is the meaning of this? If you attach this brass key on the wood, the key is not going to sink. Means the key is going to float if you are attaching the key on a wood. Say students, if you place the key on the wood, it is not going to sink. It is going to float. Then think, what about the density of these two combination? It must be less than the density of the key. So write the answer here. Density of wood plus key is less than the density of the oil. Therefore, key does not sink when it is attached to wood. Students, see, key is not sinking when it is attached to wood, because if more density means it has to sink, less density means it will float.